Hello, and welcome once again to Everything Hypnosis Expert Interview Series with Susie Bowers. And that would be me, Susie Bowers. Thank you for joining. And I have a question for you. Have you ever wondered what it might be like to be a #1 best-selling author? And what it could actually do for your business and just for yourself? I want to tell you, it's the best feeling ever. Anyway, so welcome. We are going to have some fun today. I'm so excited because I have my very dear friend Selena Dorsey is joining us today, and she's going to talk about her upcoming next book collaborative, and also a big project we're working on together, the brand new Global Hypnotherapy Summit. Oh my gosh, we are working feverishly behind the scenes. We've got such a great lineup. So let's just get going on this. All right, here we go. We're going to ignite your hypnotic awesomeness. I like my little jam. Anyway, welcome again. I'm Susie Bowers. This is the Hypno Professional Expert Interview Series, and I'm so excited to be welcoming my dear friend Selena. Let's bring her on and let's talk because we have some fun stuff to share. Let's do it. Here we go. Here she comes.
Hi, everybody. Hi, Susie.
Hey, Selena.
For having me today.
We always have such a great time, and we're having so much fun with our new project. And anyway, thank you for joining me today. So happy to have you. I know how busy you are, so thanks for taking some time out. And let's do this. First of all, I want to ask you about yourself a little bit. You have been through amazing stuff. So you and I met in LA at the International Hypnosis Federation, and at that time you were just on fire with HypnoBiz, and you're actually in-person conferences that were just absolutely amazing. You'd pivoted a successful business in Manhattan doing hypnotherapy and had a couple offices and lots of people involved. You have just like lit our whole world on fire in the hypnosis industry. So tell us about that. What happened? How did it go? And how did we end up here?
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for having me. It's always a pleasure to chat with you and, of course, chat with your audience and share some behind the scenes of what it takes to grow a successful business and how you can pivot successfully as well when the world turns upside down. So as you mentioned, I was a hypnotherapist in New York City for over a decade. We saw thousands and thousands of clients. At one point, we had 5 hypnotherapists, part of the practice. And, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed helping people, helping clients achieve their goals, get rid of all those bad habits that they no longer wanted. And I enjoyed it. It was a labor of love for me. It was very, very fulfilling. And about 2018, we decided that in addition to seeing clients, I also wanted to get to know some of the other professional hypnotherapists, trainers, coaches in our industry and learn from them as well and collaborate with them. And that's how HypnoBiz really was born, to come together with professionals in our industry to learn together, to grow from each other and grow our businesses as well. And as you all know, the pandemic hit in 2020. So that kind of like halted our growth of expanding our conferences because we started in New York City, then we branched out to Canada, Australia, and we were scheduled to go to Amsterdam in Europe before the pandemic came.
Wow, I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it was. I was actually in Australia ready to host my conference when we got the call that I needed to fly back to New York because they were going to close the borders in the United States. So as you can imagine, I was terrified. I'm like, what? You guys are Australian, and here from New Zealand. I'm American. I got to get back before I get shut out of the country and away from my friends and family for who knows how long? We really didn't know at the time how long this would be. I don't think anybody predicted it would be like a 2-year journey with this pandemic. So I got back to New York frantically, and I said to my team, I really don't know what's going on with this, coronavirus and anything, but I just have a feeling it's not going away anytime soon. So why don't we pivot to virtual summits? And that's what we did. We had our, HypnoBiz Global Summit. It was our very first one in June of 2020. It was very, very successful, and we haven't looked back since. And now my team and I, we've done over a dozen virtual summits. We continue to do virtual summits, and we've just expanded to our offerings online.
It's amazing. And just for those of our guests, and thank you for joining us. I say hi. We appreciate you joining us. And if you'd like to, drop a note below, say hello, let us know where you're watching us from. We love to see you, whether you're watching live or the replay. That's okay. We're happy to have you here. So just for some of our guests that don't really know, what is a summit? I mean, we know because we're online all the time, but what if somebody says, what the heck's a summit?
A summit is basically a conference, but online. So everything that you would do at a conference, you would attend an event, listen to some educational material, listen to speakers, go to different rooms, different subjects, everything that you would do at a physical conference, but now is virtual. With the technology that we have now, thank goodness we have this technology, and we're living in these days and times. You can be anywhere in the world and log on to a virtual summit at any time. And it's the same education. You're learning the same tools and strategies. It's just at the comfort of your own home. So you don't have to get dressed. You don't have to do your makeup if you're a woman or man. Okay. You don't have to get on the airplane. You don't have to rent a car. You don't have to get a hotel.
Much more cost effective too.
Yeah, it's much more cost effective. Again, you could be in your pajamas and you can still connect with people. You can network with people. You can learn right in the comforts of your own home.
And I love that because I like to work in my pajamas. It's minus the food and all that stuff, but you can have your own food there, so it's better. You can
have your own food, or your Uber Eats, or your DoorDash. You can have whatever you like, whenever you like.
That's right. DoorDash, that's an amazing thing, isn't it? And that's how I put 20 pounds on during the pandemic.
I think most people, including myself, gained weight during the pandemic because remember, gyms were closed, so most people couldn't even work out.
So true. Plus, I decided I should grow a garden in case of the zombie apocalypse that was going to come too. So I made so much zucchini parmesan. Eggplant parmesan and pasta, and I kept thinking I better cook so I could feed everybody in case the worst happens. We just didn't know what was going on.
You're kind of a funny-hearted person.
Funny time, but yeah, we ate a lot. The 2 boys I live with, they can eat as much as they want, whatever they want, anytime they want, and not gain a pound. But I can't keep up with that. I can't keep up with that plan at all.
That male metabolism.
Yeah, absolutely. So what an amazing journey you've been on. And I'm so grateful for it because your summits have really helped a lot of people, not only just in the hypnotherapy industry, which we both come from that foundation, but also women in business all over the world. We just had a really cool summit for that. And then also the book launch. So let's talk about our book, which I just so happen to have a copy here. And we are #1 best-selling authors in this book collaborative, Empowered Women in Business. And we have got inspiration and advice from these women all over the world. And what made you decide to do this? So this was your very first time doing this. And we went #1 in 6 categories. And what a huge thing. I have people coming out of the woodwork wanting signed copies. It's so exciting. And just everywhere I go, people are like, oh my God, yes, Susie, congratulations, you're a best-selling author. And of course, we had a lot of support. But what was it that made you decide to do that?
Yeah, so in addition to hypnotherapy and coaching and NLP, I also have other interests as well, as you mentioned, right? So it's not like we were only doing hypnotherapy events, right? We did law of attraction summits. We did.
That was a popular one too. That one really got a lot of traction. Who did you had a big name in that?
Yeah, we had a lot of people from The Secret, Joe Vitale, we had Marie Diamond, we had Bob Dole. So I have a lot of interest, and they're mostly in the personal development space. And I also have a community of women in business. And what helped me out of the pandemic to pivot my business successfully was other women in business. I would reach out to other women in business to mentor me, to coach me. I hired a consulting firm to teach us everything that we needed to know about Virtual Summit, women run, women led company. So I always had this connection to women in business. So I said, I think now is the time for other women to connect with each other, to save their businesses, to grow their businesses, to network and connect with each other. So I started really putting a lot of time and energy and attention to women in business. So as we started to grow this community, I said, you know what? I love summits. I really do. And I love conferences. But something that I want to do with other women is to create a book, to co-author a book, because people will forget a conference or a summit. But your book is your legacy. Your book will outlive you, your children, if you have children, your grandchildren, if you don't have children, your godchildren, your niece or your nephew and their kids. They'll always read about you and what you had to say and your knowledge in this book. And I said, I want to build a legacy piece. And I said, what better way to do that is with a book? So that's how the book really came to be. And I know for myself, the idea of writing 20,000, 30,000 words, it just seemed really daunting. I said, if I had
It is. I've done it.
write all of this myself, I'll probably procrastinate for many months, if not many years. But I could write a chapter. I could write a 2,000 word chapter. And I'm sure I could reach out to some of my women friends, women in business that I admire, that I respect. I can also write a chapter. And that's exactly what we did. And we came together, including you, to do the Empower Women in Business book, 21 inspiring stories and advice from women entrepreneurs. And the very first book went #1 in 6 categories in 24 hours. So we're really, really proud of it.
We're so grateful, I think is the right word. I was going to say lucky, but we're grateful because we had so much support. But when you have, the stories in this are so amazing. There's a couple of things I want to touch on that you just said that are just really powerful. But about the book, the stories are so empowering. This is a great gift to give anyone in your life, because these women, I'm so deeply honored to have been a part of this, because I met these women that their stories are so very similar, coming from challenge, coming from sadness in some cases, coming from having to run out of a country to get away, and then still rising up and making things happen in their life, not making excuses. And we have every walk of life in here. And it's such a great read. It really is. I just was crying half the way through it.
The same here when I read everyone's chapter, the strength of women, the perseverance, the determination, the persistence. Like you said, some of the chapters you hear women that escaped war, that have overcome being diagnosed with cancer. The stories are truly incredible. They're inspiring. So they're for you. They're for your niece. They're for, it's for your sister, your cousin, any woman that
your besties in your book club.
Yes, that
sisters. You're like your friends' sisters. My sisters are my friends.
That need that inspiration to not give up, to keep pushing forward, and that there's a rainbow at the end of the tunnel. This book is for you. I promise you'll be inspired by this book.
Yes, you can, and you will persevere. When you read these stories, you realize that no matter what situation you find yourself in, you can rise above it and you can persevere. We have, and just to finish up with this, because it's just so cool to me, but we have a race car driver in here. We have a gal who does Hollywood eyelashes. We have people from Germany, Australia, the UK. We have women from Canada. We have women from the US. We have hypnotherapists, but we've got everything in here. Just amazing, amazing journeys. One of the ladies even got to meet Dr. Martin Luther King. That just
yes.
I was like, what? Very cool stuff. So one of the things you said, though, I want to kind of go back to, you made the comment that I hired a consultant to help me to grow my business and to, pivot it and take the right steps. Such a key thing you just said there, because oftentimes people are afraid to invest in themselves and in their business to really take it to the next level, to the right place. We try to do things on our own. But I love that, because you're a coach, you're a hypnotherapist, and you understand the value in also paying for it, investing in coaching, investing in your business. So what words do you have of inspiration if somebody's thinking about coaching or working with someone that's, maybe a few steps ahead of them?
The worst thing that you can do for your business is to think that you can figure it out and do it all on your own. That is the worst idea, worst thing you can do for yourself. You will encounter so many setbacks and hardships, and it's like trying to win a race the slow way. If
Yes.
you want to get to that next level in your life, you have to hire a coach. You have to hire people that's been there, that's done that will guide you. It will get you there so much faster. So it's like trying to win the race with a bicycle versus a Ferrari. Yeah, you may get there with that bicycle, but it'll take you 20, 30 years versus in the Ferrari, you'll get there in 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, whatever it is. And I'm a firm believer that you have to invest in yourself in order to get to that next level. If you don't invest in yourself, why would your customers or clients invest in you? It doesn't make sense.
Exactly.
The energy isn't even aligned. If you're not willing to hire a coach or consultant, why would the people that you want to hire you? It's a similar mindset and energy that you're sending out. So I'm also, if you notice, wealthy people realize this. And I want everyone out there that's watching, that's going to watch this on the replay, to really understand this. Wealthy people value their time. That's the one thing that you cannot get back in life, okay? You cannot get your time. And when you're hiring people to help you and assist you to get to that next level, what you're doing is collapsing time. So that way you don't waste time trying to figure it out.
I'm writing some stuff down here because these are such great nuggets. So true. Wealthy people value their time, and you've got to use that time wisely. So it's better to invest in yourself. And there's the mindset part of it. Then there's the logistics part of running a business and doing it the right way and doing it more quickly. That's so good. And then plus the other thing you said, instead of showing up in your business on a bicycle.
Yeah, I mean, come on. How are you going to win this race? It's like, no, I want to be in the Ferrari. And just for example, right, you see wealthy people when they have housekeepers. Yeah, they could clean their house themselves, but why would they do that? They could be focusing on their business that's going to make them more money than what they spent on the housekeeper. So would they rather spend, let's say, $100 on the housekeeper, or have 3 hours cleaning the house when they may have missed out on $1,000 that they could have made, or 2,000, 5,000, 10,000 by being productive in their zone of genius, and hire the housekeeper instead of spending 3-4 hours cleaning themselves or doing gardening or washing their car, whatever it is. Wealthy people hire other people so that way they're not wasting their time on that, and instead having their time in their zone of genius, which is allowing them to actually make more money.
So true. Mary Kay Ash, I read her book years ago, and she was phenomenal. She came from nothing. I mean, literally nothing. And she was the founder of Mary Kay Cosmetics. And Mary Kay Cosmetics is a multi-billion-dollar company today. And she just had that perseverance and was just not going to stop no matter what. She was a single mother. But in her book, one of the things that really stuck out to me when I first read it was she said, don't waste dollar time on penny jobs. And so what you're talking about there, like, why would you be spending that time that you could be making $1,000 or $1,000 an hour even doing those activities that are going to make that happen instead of cleaning your house and that sort of stuff. And plus, on top of that, you're giving someone else a job. Maybe that's what they're passionate about. They want to make their money owning their business, cleaning houses, and that's what they want to do. Everyone's got their own passion.
It's allowing the economy to run, right? abundance in, abundance out, abundance in, abundance out. And it's okay if you want to clean your house, right? So you could
Right.
just do a different activity. I'm not, down on people that want to clean their own house, but you could say anything, painting your house, anything that you know you're not excellent at, and you would rather pay someone else to do it so they get the job done while you focus on what you're really great at.
Right. And that can even mean having the time to take care of yourself and your self-care, because so I personally love, and I didn't used to, I used to take my car to the car wash every week. I never did that. I never cleaned my car, but now for some reason I kind of enjoy it. And that's something it's like my little square footage that makes me happy when my car is clean and I enjoy the activity of doing it. And it kind of gets me out of my head. It's kind of a meditative process for me. So I do the car wash, but I do some of the hand stuff myself, and I really enjoy it. So I know what you're saying, like some things you might enjoy, but really weigh that out. If it's not, because you might need that time, not only to be making money, those dollar times, which that's funny, penny jobs, dollar time on penny jobs. I think we need to up that a little bit. $100 jobs on $1,000. You can tell how long ago that book was written.
Yeah.
So, but I love everything you said there, and I couldn't agree more. And also taking that time out for that self-care is really important. So, going to get a massage, going to do your workout every day, writing your book, more important than scrubbing toilets.
Yeah, and I'm so glad you mentioned massage, right? Right. I get massages. I pay for massage. Yeah, I could learn how to do a massage, and why would I do that? Why would I spend my time and effort? Like, no, I'm going to save money and learn how to do massage and do massages myself. No, you don't think like that.
But I'm definitely not doing my toes. That's not happening. I don't, that is a huge waste of my time to do my toes. That's my self-care time, is getting my feet done.
Yeah, and someone could say, I don't want to spend $20 on a pedicure. I'm going to learn how to do a pedicure. I'm going to go to school, cosmetology school, so I can do my own pedicure to save money. See what I mean? You're wasting time when you could be growing your business and educating yourself instead of doing something like that.
Yes, absolutely. And that self-care, I'm going to come back to that again a little bit. Taking care of yourself, when we're in a self-help industry, where we're in a self-improvement industry, really important that you have the energy to show up and be fully present with your clients or potential clients. So it's important you take time out and take care of yourself. And that doesn't always mean scrubbing toilets. So anyway, back to that. So hire a coach.
You don't want to burn yourself out, because you're not, any good to yourself or your clients if you don't take the time out for, it could be anything, manicure,
schedule it,
or facial, massage, meditation, walking at the park, walking at the beach, something that you do to recharge your batteries, because you can't just give to other people. You also have to give to yourself. Sharpen the saw.
Absolutely. So, and then back to hiring a coach. So important. So hire somebody to help you find the right person, because there's all sorts of different people that do different things. Find the person you resonate with, and invest in your business and yourself. So on that note, let's switch gears a little bit. I'm so excited about our upcoming summit.
Well, let's just be clear. You are hosting this summit. Susie's hosting this summit. My team just helping out a little bit here and there on the back end, but you are hosting this summit. This is your summit.
Which goes back to what we were talking about. You need help, because you can't do all these things by yourself. So I'm so excited about the summit that's coming up, and we've got a huge lineup of amazing speakers in the hypnosis industry. It's the Global Hypnotherapy Summit. It's coming up June 14th and 16th, and I'm really jazzed. This is my first time doing it. And it's so much fun talking to all these different trainers and hypnotherapist speakers, and everyone's coming on to share their different, so many different areas in our industry that you can get involved in and explore and help other people. And so I'm really just having a great time. And I'll put some information up about that before we sign off. So what else is on the horizon for you? You have another.
I just want to say that I think you're doing a fantastic job. I mean, I've seen some of the speakers that you recruited. I mean, some really top-notch speakers from all around the world. I mean, you have Dr. Shelley Stockwell Nicholas, You have Helen Midas. You have I'm really great friends with Helen. I love Helen. We partnered together on many projects, and I'm sure we'll continue to partner together. I mean, you have Karen Han, who I just absolutely think is just brilliant, just a genius in our field. I mean, you have Jim Callen. You have so many of the great trainers, coaches, and speakers at this event. I just know this is going to be a huge, huge, huge success. So really proud of
Yes, I'm so excited too. And Gary Coles from the UK, I interviewed him a few months ago, and he is so much fun. And we've got, who else? Tom Nicoli, just a lot of really, I could go through the huge list. It's amazing. So it's going to be a lot of fun. And I'm going to pop this up. So I'm going to have you share some more stuff, and I'm going to pop it up on the screen. Anybody wants to come and join us. And
Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is going to be the event of the year. I mean, look at the name, Global Hypnotherapy Summit, not local, Global Hypnotherapy Summit. So
and it is global. I've got speakers coming from India.
wow, that's incredible.
Yep. I've got speakers coming from, well, Helen's in Australia, right? She's coming from.
Yeah, Jan Haldane is in New Zealand.
That's right, Jan. I just talked to her. She's amazing. Amazing, amazing. Okay, I'm going to pop this on the screen. So if you want to join me and join the whole crew and have a great time, it's globalhypnotherapysummit.com. Please come join us. We're also putting together a panel of hypnotherapists, and Dr. Shelley Stockwell Nicholas is going to help run the panel, which will be really, really fun because she's hilarious. She's such a hoot and super sweet. And she's been in the business for 40 plus years, I think, and an author of 26 books on hypnotherapy. So, and coaching. So very amazing. So what else, Selena? What's on the horizon for you?
Well, we are now accepting people for book number 2. The first book was such a huge success right out the gate. As I mentioned, number 1 in 6 categories. And number 1 in Australia in business teams, 21 women inspiring stories of women who've been triumphant, overcome challenges, and were able to create success in their business. So if you are a woman entrepreneur, small business owner, you have a story to share, you want to be in a international number 1 best-selling book that's going to be read all over the world, if you want to elevate yourself as the authority in your niche, come and join us. We are taking people now for our second book.
All right. And what's the website for that?
They can email me directly at Selena@selenad.com, just because we want to vet everyone and make sure it's a really great fit.
Right. It needs to be a good fit for sure. So you're taking applications basically.
Exactly.
So Selena@selenad.com. Yes. Okay. I'm going to pop it up here. And there it is. So if you want to find out about the book collaboration, I'm going to put that there so that's clear. And it's Empowered Women in Business too?
Yep, Empower Women in Business book 2.
That's so exciting.
You're like me, and you know a 30,000 word book is maybe a little daunting, and you don't want to do everything on your own, and you want to collaborate in a supportive community where we all have each other's back, where we meet weekly and encourage each other and inspire each other to get our chapters, to get our message out in the world. This is the book for you. And as Susie said, it was just a wonderful process that unfolded perfectly. She has the book right there. Yes. So again, you want to be in this number 1 best-selling book, reach out to me.
Awesome. Awesome. So here it is, and it's beautiful. It's actually a really nice book. I mean, this is a really solid, beautiful book too. And I want to tell you something so funny. So the other day, the husband and my son were having a heated conversation, and my books had just arrived. So they're all talking, and I'm in the kitchen doing something, rolling my eyes like, oh, here we go. They're grumpy, and they're da, 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 da. So I come into the room and I go, that's okay. You know why? Because I'm a number 1 best-selling author. And they both just stopped. And they're like, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's right. Put some respect on your name.
So that was really fun. So what are you doing now? I was curious. I wanted to ask you about, are you still seeing clients, or do you see them virtually? How are you?
I actually see a few clients, some of my long-term clients. Here we do it virtually over the phone, over Zoom, and continue to do that. I actually miss doing hypnotherapy because I've been so involved with conferences and summits. I actually miss that one-on-one connection. So I decided to take a few clients, some of my long-term clients, and that's what I've been doing as well. So it's been a lot of fun all the way around.
Do you find that some of your clients come back to see you again after doing your program?
Oh, absolutely. I still have clients from 2008 when I started.
I
My
know.
client that I just had sessions with, she's been seeing me since what, 2011? Because remember, life is fluid, right? Your life can change. Life isn't stagnant. So you may have one issue or habit that you want to resolve or goal that you want to reach. And then guess what? There's another goal you want to reach, or there's another habit you want to get rid of, or there's another goal you want to reach. So you never stop learning and growing. When you do, that means, you're 6 feet underground. So life is fluid and your interests change, your habits change, things change for you. So they always want to improve. So I see clients for the long haul. I have clients from 10, 12, 13 years ago that still I have sessions with.
I have the same thing happen. It's kind of interesting because I didn't know this was happening. So when I'm consulting with someone, during their consultation to figure out if it's a good fit to work together, I tell them I'm very goal oriented. I want you to get from where you are to where you want to be, and this is what I think is going to take for you to do that. And then what happens is the most amazing thing, because we have set that intention. That's what we focus in on. And then, they accomplish what they came to do, however long that takes. I try to keep it concise because I don't like people to drag it out for too long. But I have had, I've been doing this 26 years. So having people call me a year later and say, oh, I need to come in for another program because I'm ready to do the next thing. Or the next thing, or I had a breakup in a relationship and I know you can help me get over that, or just it's been amazing. And my favorite part is getting emails from people saying, 6 months later or a year later, they're like, oh my gosh, my whole life has changed. It's amazing. My business is going great. I'm in this loving relationship. I'm getting married, or whatever. I'm buying a new house, but I'm so happy. And I looked back over time and I'm like, the only thing I could think of goes all the way back to when I met you and did my hypnotherapy program. So, oh my gosh, that just makes my heart soar. That's why I do it. I live for that. That is just like, yes.
Yes. I mean, it's so rewarding what we do because we help people achieve their goals. I mean, how does it get better than that? When you see the joy in people's faces, the joy in their lives when they overcome something or they achieve something. I mean, it's a beautiful unfolding. And I feel like we're so lucky and honored to be a part of that experience with people.
I do too. I feel the exact same way. And at the summit, the Global Hypnotherapy Summit, I have to pop that back in there again. We are going to have hypnotherapist trainers that are going to be speaking and talking about some of that. So if that's something you're interested in and want to learn more about the hypnotherapy field, then please join us at the globalhypnotherapysummit.com and get your ticket. And it is free. It's free to watch it, but we have some bonuses and some upgrades in case you want to take more time in watching the recordings and get our bonuses. So very exciting. All right, Selena, anything else? Any final words?
Yeah, I just want to say that you can be, do, or have anything. Just stay focused, stay persistent, continue learning, hire a coach. You can make your dreams come true. I believe in you.
Oh, I love that. You're so beautiful. Thank you for sharing your beautiful energy with the world. I'm just amazed by you all the time. And I mean that sincerely. I mean, we talk almost every day now because I can't get enough of the Selena.
I got you, Susie. I love your energy and what you're doing for the hypnotherapy profession with this summit, with your interview series, and all your programs and products and services that you offer to our community. So keep doing what you're doing, because we need it. We need you.
Awesome. I appreciate that. All right. Well, we will look forward to having you back again, because it's always fun and enlightening. And if you want to get on Selena's collaborative book number 2, Empowered Women in Business, then get a hold of her at Selena@selenad.com, and she'll have a conversation and figure out if it's a good fit for you right now. All right. Thank you so much. I'm going to pop this off here. Just give me 1 second. I'll see you soon. All righty. Well, that was, as always, amazing. Selena's always a good time. She's so fun and enthusiastic and so positive. Just love her energy. So very grateful. I'm going to do a couple. You know what? I'm going to do a just quick little recap here, because I absolutely love what she said. So let's do our recap. Whoop, 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 whoop. So wealthy people value their time. So it's important that you hire a professional to help you with your business, to get you on the right track. So instead of running your business on your bicycle, you're running your business in your Ferrari and getting it done. So love that tip. And gives you the time. If you hire other people to do those penny jobs so you can focus on those dollar time or $1,000 time these days, then you can stay in your zone of genius instead of worrying about the little things in life. So, and just don't forget about this book. I highly, again, recommend it, Empowered Women in Business. And not just because I'm in it. Seriously, I recommend it because of the amazing stories of all these other women that are in this book. They will inspire you to rise above your challenges and persevere no matter what situation you find yourself in. They can do it. You can do it too. All right. Thank you for joining me. I love you. I love you. I hope you are having a wonderful day. Thanks for joining me for Everything Hypnosis on this wonderful Wednesday. I do have another speaker lined up next week. We had to kind of juggle things around a little bit because of the summit, and also because our speaker had some things that were going on, but she is coming on next week, as I promised. We are all set up for that. And I'm just doing that blank thing again that I do. Sandra Grace, that's her name. She's amazing too. I can't believe I forgot her name. Sandra Grace will be joining me, and she's an amazing healer, hypnotherapist. She's going to be sharing some really cool stuff about the spiritual aspect of hypnotherapy. All right. Thanks for joining me. And don't forget to sign up for the summit. Let's do this.
Life is a winding road, no telling where it goes.